Hey guys, Nicky James here from Crossplay. Before we get this episode started, I just want to let you know we're doing a giveaway when we hit 50 subscribers. We're sitting at about 30 right now. All you need to do to win is be subscribed. So go tell your friends, get some free shit. It's all fun and games here at Crossplay. What we're doing is giving away a prize pack of your choice of 3 free months of Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus and a copy of Battlefield 1 on the Xbox One. Again, all you need to do to win is be subscribed. So go tell your friends, let's hit that 50 mark, and let's get you guys some free stuff. Let's get the episode started. Hello guys, and welcome back to another Crossplay podcast. Today it's all about wrestling here. Nicky James here with Peps.
Hello, everybody.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about. Let's start with Battleground. Give me your thoughts on Battleground.
It sucked pretty hard.
It was horrible. It was atrocious.
It was a product I was not happy with that whole night. Besides from the beginning, of course. The very first match with, let's run down the list of the matches that happened.
Well, I got most of them in my head. So it started with Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger on the pre-show. And I'm actually going to take a second here to do a little bit of a segue. A tangent. Aiden English is pretty rad, dude. He's getting on my radar. What do you think?
At first, I wasn't believing in his gimmick. I thought that was pretty lame. I'm like, okay, he's not going to be here any much longer with that gimmick. But so far, it's been working. Every time I see him week by week, I seem to like him a lot more.
It kind of seems to be the common story with a lot of wrestlers that anyone starts to like, where at first you find what they're doing really stupid or silly or just dumb. You know what I mean? Like with his singing gimmick. What does he say? I'm the Mozart of melody, the Picasso of pain.
He says
I
it
think
with such vibrato too.
And dude's a good singer. Yeah. He's really fun to watch lately, and his pant game is on point.
It matches with his art theme.
A couple weeks ago, he had these pants that were based off of Van Gogh's Starry Night. So there was Starry Night just, blown up all over his pants, and it looked awesome. And then at the pay-per-view in the pre-show, he had, I think the painting is called A Walk in the Park. I think it's a French painting where it's just a scape of people laying in a park on a summer day, but the whole painting was done with just tiny dots of paint to make up a big picture. He had that all over his pants, and it looked sick, dude. So, his pant game combined with me starting to kind of like his beginning crap he does, and his wrestling was never bad. Also, the dude is in phenomenal shape, right?
I'm a little worried about his abdomen, though. It kind of freaks me out just a bit. It has that weird indentation, I guess.
Yeah, it goes in like a bowl.
In the stomach area.
Well, now
I think that's the stomach area.
That's the abdomen, yeah. But keep in mind, you're hearing a couple guys that look like they got bowls turned upside down on their stomach. We're the opposite. We're no Aiden English, but we're not hating on him. He's in such good shape. It's like, dude, is this your life? Like, are you okay?
One of those guys that lives to look good.
Yep. Some people live to look good. Some people live to feel good. I heard that from Badass Billy Gunn. Anyway, so sorry, I got sidetracked. So Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger, solid, okay match, good pre-show match, served its due as a pre-show match. Getting into the main show, it was the New Day versus the Usos for the Usos tag team titles.
So far, best match of that.
Yeah, talk about
night. It's just so far the feud has been ongoing for a couple of weeks, but I've never got bored of it. They've always kept it fresh. I even liked the rap battle. I thought it was going to be cringy. But they had some good misses in there.
Rap battle. I feel bad for missing it because we missed it because the way we watched Raw and SmackDown.
But the highlights were
amazing. The shit he said to Xavier Woods about keeping it rated R. Do you remember that one?
Right, with
Paige. He mentioned Paige. The audience ate it up. And then Xavier Woods said something to Jay.
Jay or Jimmy on mentioning about his wife.
Yeah, he said, "You were nothing till your wife put you on Total Divas." It was great, and
but as for that match, it was great all around. It just kept me happy the whole night. Good spots,
really good spots. Kofi Kingston did that trust fall thing he did off the top rope, and he got caught by the Usos, who did one of the most vicious power bombs I've ever seen on the outside of the ring. It was just all impact.
On the steel asphalt, you can say.
On the steel asphalt. See, in wrestling, everything's made out of steel. When you grew up in the 90s listening to JR and King, everything was made out of steel. He's hit him with that steel trash can. Oh, the steel kendo stick. Oh, the steel foam finger.
Steel foam finger.
Remember in WWE No Mercy? WWF No Mercy, the game?
Oh, that's right. That was one of the weapons.
The foam finger was a weapon.
Oh, he fingered someone.
Along with a big Swiss cheese slice. Those were all weapons in game. So, anyways, back to the match.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it was such a good match. It carried the whole night. It was all downhill from there, though.
By the way, that match ended with a title switch. The New Day won, well deserved. But as for the rest of the pay-per-view, yeah, you're right. It was just a train wreck.
Yeah, I kept making excuses saying like, oh, we just got to get past these shitty matches. We just got to get past these bad matches. And then we got Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. And then it'll all be better. The women's number one contender match, the 5-way, Natalya won. So it's Natalya versus... Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute. Natalya won. Yeah, it is what it is. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. Another extremely disappointing match.
Boring match as well.
That was the theme of the pay-per-view. It was boring. Really.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so it was a fairly basic match. A lot of rest holds. No excitement from either guy, which is weird because Shinsuke Nakamura is the rock star.
Right.
He should be very exciting. And it ended with Baron Corbin just...
On a DQ.
On a DQ, kicking the crap out of Shinsuke's nads.
Yeah, he just gave one low blow and that was it. And
that was it.
It was unexpected. I wasn't expecting that ending. It angered me.
That was actually probably one of the turning points of the night where we were like, this isn't going to get better.
Nope. This is Hell in a Cell 2015 all over again.
Oh, don't. Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker. Oh, that was so bad. Man, and we... So anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, we're getting angry.
We were supposed to hear about Breezango versus their mystery opponent.
Yeah,
we were supposed to find out who's been tearing apart their office, and we found out nothing.
Didn't they market it as a match or something?
Yeah, they marketed it as a match.
So I was hoping to see them. Like, okay, maybe we'll get some comedy relief, like in the match, like before when Tyler Breeze dressed up as a janitor with his mop.
Yeah, that
something like that.
Pay-per-view needed comedic relief. That needed Tyler Breeze. So that we got, nothing on that. We got shafted, and then we move on to Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. Whatever, solid blah match. Both guys did well. Sami Zayn won.
It was a SmackDown match.
Basically. It was a SmackDown match. It was not a
pay-per-view match.
Not even a SmackDown, main event either. And I'm sorry if it sounds like we're just shitting on the pay-per-view at this point, but we were so salty by this point at the way the pay-per-view had been going down that we were mad. We left. I've never in my life left during a pay-per-view. And we missed the last 5 minutes of the Punjabi prison match. We came back and watched it later, but we left. We went to a bar to drown our sorrows because the alcohol we had on us wasn't enough to forget this pay-per-view. Moving up the list here, we have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the U.S. title. Wow. Another hot garbage match. Listen, dude. Kevin Owens belongs on the mid-card. It's right where he belongs. He's putting on pay-per-view matches where he's doing rest holds for 10 minutes.
He's a big guy. He kind of needs those rest holds. But no, I don't believe he's a mid-card. He's the main eventer. I can totally see him. I don't know what happened that day or that night in the match. I mean, I wasn't even expecting that bad of a match from AJ. I was hoping, he would elevate it. But overall, it was just another boring...
It was another boring match with a wonky finish, too.
Yeah.
It was a backslide, I think, or some sort of, rolling back pin where the ref took a ref bump and did absolute worst ref acting I've ever seen. I think what happened was Kevin Owens backslid AJ Styles down and the ref counted it, but it looked like it was like a dusty finish because it didn't look like AJ's shoulders were down. It looked like they were going to do something, but they didn't. They were just up, match over, move on. John Cena versus Rusev in the flag match. I don't really have much to say about this. It was an okay match. At one point, Rusev grabbed John Cena's flag pole stand, like where he's supposed to put the pole, and he hit him with it really like gingerly. And then it's like, why don't you just throw the thing into the audience then? He can't win the match if there's no stand. And he carefully puts it back on the stairs. It was an okay match in a shit pay-per-view. What do you think?
That match? No, I'm pretty much tired of those two. It's on John Cena and Rusev. I don't see where he's going to go after this. Rusev, to be honest, he's not feuding with anyone right now because already John Cena has moved on.
Yeah, he's got no one to feud with at this point. Poor Big Baby Ruru. I wish him the best. Let's get to the end of this garbage piece of trash. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match where nobody in the audience could see what was going on. Have you seen any pictures from the audience?
Not at all. But did you know the material they use in that Punjabi prison is over 1 mile long?
And it's steel bamboo. I'm not joking.
WWE Ender facts.
It is actually bamboo with a steel core. So it's steel bamboo. WWE never change. Yeah, let's get away from this pay-per-view. It sucked. We left halfway through this match. The match was slow. The audience couldn't see, therefore they were quiet. What do you got to say?
I'll say this much about that pay-per-view. Yesterday's episode of SmackDown should have been there on Battleground 2 days ago.
Yeah, Raw and SmackDown were both better than Battleground.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah, bad pay-per-view. Worst of the year so far. I definitely hope there's not a worse one this year, so I hope it's going to stay worst of the year. Another thing to quickly touch on regarding that match, Great Khali's back, apparently. What do you think?
I'm not really too much excited about him, to be honest. I mean, I don't think he's going to come back as a wrestler, maybe as a manager, more as a bodyguard for Jinder Mahal.
Okay, so you think it's just a guest spot? You don't think they're going to use him at all in the ring?
Maybe not. I've personally never seen his wrestling work, but so no.
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
No, it's not good. See, here's the thing: is he was almost unable to move and be a wrestler back then
because he was so tall.
Just
right?
his size. He's got a condition, like
right.
a medical condition. He doesn't talk right because he doesn't have enough blood circulating around his body, so he can't even.
And
talk.
so they make a man like that wrestle.
Yeah, he can't even talk correctly, and so they're putting him in Punjab prison matches and stuff. So imagine now, 10 years later, Khali's looking a lot more skeletal than he used to, and I hope they don't use him because that would be scary to see him in a match. Yeah, but it's kind of the nostalgia pop at this point because it was, man, crazy how time flies. 10 years ago almost.
Yikes.
That Khali, 10 years ago that he was in the WWE. So that nostalgia pop is definitely there. But what they do that, we'll see. Maybe it's just a quick buck for Khali.
But pays bills.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Khali completely ruined the surprise on Instagram by constantly posting pictures of himself on a private jet and then posting pictures of himself in front of the arena
before
the event.
Wow.
So it's like normally this guy that, leads a very quiet life is like, hey, I'm on a jet, I'm going to America. Oh, I'm at this arena. It's like, dude. Come on, keep kayfabe alive. So
that's a very cute old man thing to do, to be honest.
I know, like
he was probably so excited to be there.
He doesn't get it.
No.
Moving on, Jason Jordan. What is going on with Big JJ? So I want to talk a little bit about this Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle angle. Yeah, get it? Because I said angle. I think this is all just a vehicle to turn Jordan heel. I think, the way he beat Kurt Hawkins was pretty heelish. The domination in that match. And then it's clear he's using nepotism as a factor here. I think they're using this to turn him heel, maybe even to face Kurt Angle one day. I know it's a match that nobody wants, but I
don't feel like he's ready for it. Even if he does train after Kurt Angle, no. He's still green to me in my eyes.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if they were to do something like that, it would probably be pretty far off in the future. Maybe they build up Jason Jordan. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking to my ass. But yeah, anyways, I think they're using this just to turn him heel. But that also kind of begs the question, what's going to happen to Chad Gable?
That's a man with a career. His in-ring work has always stunned me. He's on par to AJ Styles, and to be honest, I can't wait for a match like that to happen again because they had a match
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, and that was pretty legit.
Yeah, it was a fantastic match. I think they're actually grooming him to be one of the top guys in the company.
Good.
And well deserved. He is fantastic in the ring. He's a solid worker. Everyone backstage seems to get along with him. He's ready, willing, and Gable. I hope he goes back to that, by the way.
Oh, he's going to keep it, definitely. I'd be angry at him.
So are we both in agreement that we think Gable's a top guy? soon.
Very much so.
Chris Jericho showed up on SmackDown Live out of the blue. That was really cool.
See, now I wonder, was that a secret? Did he post any pictures of him traveling in a plane?
No, you know why? Because he's a fucking professional. Yeah, so Chris Jericho showed up, which was rad. He was in the triple threat match with
that main event.
Tell us how the match went.
With AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, and
this was on SmackDown, by the way.
Yeah, SmackDown. I think this is WWE making up for what they did on Battlegrounds. To be honest,
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
When they announced that match happening in the beginning of SmackDown, I was excited. That's like, oh wow, why wasn't this in Battleground?
Is it weird that I've been like trained to think they're going to screw us over somehow? Like I didn't get excited because I was like, by the end of the night, something's going to cancel it. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. I mean, WWE has, how do you say, screwed their fans multiple times.
Yeah, they get a rise out of it for sure.
Sick little Vince.
So, yeah, tell us about the match. Go on. How'd the match go? Like, it was a triple threat. Who won? Let's start there.
Well, the belt was handed off to none other than AJ Styles.
So you're telling me Kevin Owens had the belt for 2 days?
Yes, actually, wow. Since you put it that way, he only had it for 2 days.
And this is the guy you think's the top guy. Just saying. Breaker.
I said he's one of the top guys. Yes, if they market him well and use him correctly.
Boo, Kevin Owens. So, compare that match to Battleground. How did it stack up against the matches at Battleground?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Was it better?
It was better beyond belief, yes. Yeah, that's most likely because of the inclusion of Jericho, to be honest. He had some good spots there. Everyone worked well that whole night. No
botches?
None at all.
Okay, well, AJ Styles, new U.S. champion. That's where it should be.
It was a good finish, too, to be honest.
Do you remember it? What happened?
Yes, I do. Kevin Owens finished. He did his finisher, the frog splash, on Jericho. That landed really...
Oh, is that one of his finishers now? Or is that just...
Yeah, he's been using it for a while.
Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that that's like a thing he does now. I knew he did it, but
he does that as well as the pop-up powerbomb, which he's done that, too. He did that on Jericho. He did that on Jericho and then did the frog splash.
Nice.
He connected, but AJ was out of the ring. He comes in rushing in, pulls him off, and throws him out of the ring, and just took his kill, basically.
Good. Well, AJ deserves to be champion. He's my boy. It was a good match, and I think they did that completely to make up for Battleground.
All right. Well, let's talk off of that subject. What about the women's division? How do you feel? What's going on with that?
Dude, I don't know what the hell they're doing. At Battleground, they had... Okay, Bayley just got her ass handed to her by Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules.
Well, in her defense, she did use a weapon.
It was an Extreme Rules match.
Well, yeah, I know.
Like, yeah,
it was not right of her not to use that when she had it in her hands in the beginning. Bayley, what? She got the stick first.
Yeah.
The kendo stick.
But she didn't use it.
No, she didn't because she had like a moral type of dilemma
she's too
thing.
Soft. She doesn't like to hurt people in
soft
her career.
Style.
Soft style WWE. So they have Bayley now against Alexa Bliss. We all saw that last month. It was not good. They've continually buried Bayley for the last, I don't know, month. And now they're giving her a title match for some reason and expect us to care. And to boot, we have Natty beating the likes of Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Lana, who's the best.
Forget Tamina.
How does Natty and Becky Lynch end up with these title opportunities at the second biggest show of the year? SummerSlam. It's gonna be a mess.
I have some high hopes for her. They've been some good workers, to be honest. I like most of their work. I mean, it's not boring. It's mediocre at best. But I've never seen much of Natty, but I'm actually pretty stoked to see Natty advance, with the title run.
Natalia. She sounds like she smokes a pack of Cools a day. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Natty.
Natalia. My uncle's Bret Hart, the sharpshooter.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to abuse a stranger. So you're okay with this then? You're cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with it, to be honest.
Quick thing I want to say, a note I took while watching SmackDown yesterday. They need to stop giving Shinsuke a mic. It's not working.
He's not the best with his English, but I love it. It's adorable.
I will see you at the SummerSlam.
And my impression was better than how he sounds. He doesn't. It's hard to understand him. John Cena, say I can't see you. Is that racist?
Maybe a little bit, but I mean, what they could do, they could maybe add subtitles when he speaks. You can just why not have him speak in his language?
That would be so insulting.
And have a translator. I don't like.
Get a translator. He needs a manager. He needs a mouth.
Yeah, there you
know
go.
what I mean. Anyway, before we wrap it up here today, I want to give a quick topic of discussion here. Chris Jericho calls himself the GOAT, meaning greatest of all time. Is he really the greatest of all time? Like, what I mean by that is what makes greatest of all time. Because you got to take into account championships, in-ring work. One of the biggest things is time. Yeah, The Rock was great. He was only in the company for like fucking 4 years. So, not that great. Jericho, on the other hand, has been around since 2001, on and off, but almost the entire time he's been around. So considering
16 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, so considering everything, can he call himself the GOAT? Is he even in the conversation?
Well, yes. He's been in that company 4 times as long as The Rock. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, The Rock's been on a Legends contract and on part-time, but that's not what I mean. I mean, wrestling house shows, being on the road, being a professional wrestler.
Well, yeah.
Do you think he's then the greatest of all time? Like, do you consider him that, or?
Yeah, from all the belts he won, I loved him when he was in WCW. He's always been a good worker. I love his acrobatics. I mean, since then, now though, I think it's kind of toned down since of his age, to be honest. I just feel like he's not aging very well professionally, to be honest. But I mean, it's so far. Yeah. I mean, because like I remember him in his younger days in WCW, and he pulled a lot more acrobatics type stuff.
Well, yeah, he was 20. You know, that just comes with age, I think. But he doesn't get injured. Did you know that he's never been injured, like out on a serious injury?
He's a safe worker, just like The Miz.
But not a soft worker. He's entertaining. He's very entertaining. I don't know if he's my personal greatest of all time because, greatest of all time, there's a lot more goes into it than facts. A lot of it's feeling and nostalgia.
He has all these accolades, but I think it's really much his image, really.
Yeah, we can both agree that if he's not the greatest of all time, I would definitely put him in the top 3 or 5 of all time.
Right, yeah, I would be the same.
So, anyways, guys, that's been a Crossplay Wrestling podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to help us get bigger, better, and louder, you can support us on Patreon at the $1 level at patreon.com/crossplay. You can read the blog at nickijamesstudios.wordpress.com. Follow us on Twitter at crossplaypod. I think that's all the plugs I got. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Peps, you got any parting words for our friends?
See you guys next time.
We'll see you next Wednesday for a wrestling podcast. Bye-bye.